think we should feel a little bit fortunate. Galaxy showed us how incredibly dangerous they can be tonight, with all of the counter-attacking opportunities that they came up with. But it is what it is, and so I think we have to feel good about only being a goal down with 90 minutes to play at our stadium.
It's kind of ironic that you defend so well for 90 minutes and you have a goal like that be the ultimate deciding factors that make it a little more easy to stomach, knowing that you guys.
No, I think we got to pay attention more to probably the chances that were created against us that didn't score. The number, as I said, the number of breakaways and clean chances they were in at Nick was way, way, way too high, and we've got to do better with that. So we've got to get together quickly, watch the video, and talk, because we can't afford to give away that many chances on a different night. Keane and Donovan are going to kill you on some of those.
Right.
What most impressed you about the way the Galaxy played defense in midfield in terms of tracking back on defense, anticipating your passes, winning aerial challenges, this sort of thing?
I think that they were good, certainly in the 50-50 challenges, but I don't think that we made them defend enough. We weren't good enough with the ball. We gave the ball away so cheaply, so many times in very dangerous spots. And so even the goal comes from our giving the ball away in our defensive third of the field on just an easy pass that's just missed. And so, we can talk all we want about how we got to be better defensively, but for me, we wouldn't have to defend as much if we were much better with the ball.
Do you think that the team came in with maybe not the right amount of energy going into this game?
No, it's not energy. It's not energy. I think it's just a little bit about having a lot of numbers behind the ball, and we had a lot of numbers behind the ball. We didn't really get pressure to it, and so we've got to sort through that tactically.
Can you talk about the decision to go with this formation and how well it worked compared to what you were hoping?
Again, I think if we look at it, if I follow through what I just said and said we weren't good enough with the ball, perhaps that's because we have some guys in different spots, and the typical gaps that are there for us aren't there for us. The gaps and the spaces to play are different, and so maybe that played a part in why we weren't good enough with the ball. The other part is, as I said, we had a lot of numbers behind the ball, but a little bit of a lack of commitment to get any real pressure to it too often.
Jason, you harped on not giving the ball away cheaply all week. What do you guys need to do? Differently?
Players need to play better. That's it. The passes are there. You could see that the options were there. We're just missing simple passes. So some of our most important players need to play better, and they will.
Seemed like Schuler really grew up tonight, taking on those two guys. What did you like most about his performance?
I thought it was solid, but another guy that in the first half made some passes that came right back down our throat, and just unnecessary risks with the ball from him. He needs to be a guy that does all the work and then give it to somebody else to make those threading passes, in my opinion.
Right. Jason, can you assess Tony's play, his return to the lineup?
He was out there. I think that's a lot of the guys. Worked hard, were fully committed to the effort. Wasn't their best night, so a lot of them.
This is going home again, needing one goal, and certainly we've been in this position before. What thoughts going on?
I have no thoughts about it. I'm not going to talk about it. 0 the end.
How's Javier's ankle?
I think it was actually his hamstring. He got a knee to the hamstring, so he says it's going to be all right.
You went with the kids, throwing in Sebastian and Devin in the second half, and they seemed to give you guys a spark. Seba especially. What did you like out of those guys? They seemed to change the dynamic a little bit. Obviously, you changed the formation.
Just a higher energy. We needed a little bit more energy. We had some guys that were really looking like they were fatigued, and so those guys, I think, brought a higher energy and a little bit more willingness just to run. So it was necessary. I think that they did a good job, and I'm pleased that we're walking out here just a goal down.
How much of a challenge is it physically and mentally to play another playoff game within 4 days or so?
Well, I think it's going to be very difficult, and then if you succeed, you're looking at playing another one 3 days later. I think that's extremely difficult. I think we have some problems, I think, because of all the gaps we've had lately. With week and a half, 2 weeks in between matches, for us, I think it's really hard to to have a consistent rhythm and a flow and a tempo about what we're doing. So I see, again, I think, if you say you weren't good enough with the ball in the first half, some of that maybe comes down to we haven't played a game for a week and a half again. And it was like 2 weeks before that. We played a game in 4 days, and then it was 2 weeks before that. So for me, that's certainly not ideal.
Grabavoy's leg, was he okay? Or
not sure. Got to be reassessed probably tomorrow. That was a injury substitution.
RSL hosts LA on Thursday, November 7th at 7 o'clock. Get your playoff tickets today.